right, welcome back, everyone. Pictures of the week being brought to you by Flowers Deer Processing. Let me tell you something, he is way full. I'm telling you, they are putting that deer meat left and right down there. That is awesome. Great year they're having on the deer harvest. Our first picture here, well, actually the first two pictures here is of Charlie Dye with an 11-point buck that he killed in Sumner County. Look at that nice 11-point buck. That is a nice deer. There he is on the ground. Next picture here, this is our good friend Craig Knowles, and he took this nice. Look at what a size, how big that buck is. Good gracious. And that is a Kentucky whitetail. Wow. And I happen to know he wasn't far across the Kentucky line on that one. And then this next one here is, guess who that is? That is big old me. Every now and then, you know, even a blind hog finds that every now and then. I snuck up on this roadkill.
Somebody had tied that up to a tree.
Somebody hit it with a car and I got it.
Yeah, roadkill. Tony Bible.
Oh, no. Yeah, Tony Bible.
Tony Bible got that
he got that for me. He let me take a picture with it. Our next picture here, hey, look here. Here's Dayton the Man Blair and Zach Zolman with some sauger and walleye that y'all caught in the Cumberland River there.
That's what we got here.
See, we have to have proof around here.
That's right.
That must have been that fishing trip I was supposed to be at.
That's the one you're supposed to go to. That's right.
What happened?
And also our next picture here. Oh, look here. Here comes John Graves. John says, Hugh, it's close to a 5-pounder I caught with mean-mouth jerkbait on Percy Priest Lake yesterday.
And I saw you throw a jerkbait Saturday.
You need to throw a jerkbait, a mean-mouth jerkbait.
Right. I'm going to go over and get in his boat.
That's right. Well, hey, you can send your pictures to us here. Southern Woods and Waters 470. Oh, wait a minute. Here's another one. Also, look at this deer. Now, this is a small buck that was killed in North Carolina by a young man. And this is one of those piebald deer. And look at the colorations on this deer. They had to send it into the show. I want to say a big shout out to Kenny Kimberly and the Kimberly clan. Is some of their family-in-law that took this deer in North Carolina, and we just wanted to show it off to you. Just a weird looking
that's right.
Deer. You don't see very many of them. Okay. Hi, you send your pictures to us here. Southern Woods and Waters 474 James Ross Parkway, Nashville, Tennessee 37219, or simply email them to me at hugh@southernwoodsandwaters.com. We'll get them on here really fast. Hey, tonight we are talking walleye, sauger, saugeye, crappie. We just got through doing a little bit of crappie. Now, I want to finish up on the crappie. Okay, let's finish up on crappie. Now, Dayton, we have a few bridges. Not as many as what he's got at Gunnersville, and not as deep in all that. But you know, Mark Travis and some of the guys on Percy Priest and Old Hickory, they use brush piles and stuff like that. Still do that?
Yeah, but you got such a bigger mass body of water down there.
Yeah, yeah.
So, and then you, of course, have bigger fish in general because it's bigger area of water.
That's right.
Fish only grow to the size of the body of water they're in.
Now, you got to admit now, you take Lake Normandy and Woods Reservoir, they get some pretty good-sized crappie.
But when you go to Gunnersville and catch them, they're all big ones. They're not, I mean, you know, a 10
like
crappie,
Kentucky Lake.
Yeah, and some a lot bigger.
Right. Yeah.
But a lot of people don't fish Gunnersville like they do Kentucky Lake. Gunnersville don't get crappie fish to death like Kentucky Lake does. You got people come from all around the world, go to Kentucky Lake all springtime.
You're right.
And they rip the lips off of them and they catch crappie. And the lake can reproduce. As big as Kentucky is.
Yeah.
And once again, it's a big body of water. You're not going to catch all the crappie out of it.
No.
Everybody's like, well, you're going to catch all the fish out of there. You're going to catch all. No, you can't do it.
It's impossible.
It's impossible. There's fish that have never seen a bait, that don't know anything, you know.
That's right.
The lakes are full of fish. But when you compare Old Hickory to Kentucky Lake or Gunnersville, you know, you got a little bitty body of water compared to just a monster.
You still think Old Hickory's a great crappie lake?
Yeah, it's full of crappie, but it's structure. We got to get some structure back in these lakes. You know, I mean, Gunnersville. That's what I'm saying again. You got Gunnersville, Kentucky Lake, catch a big crappie because you got milfoil.
Yeah, you got milfoil.
And that makes millions of minnows. There's millions of minnows all throughout the whole lake.
A lot of hydrilla.
So it's not just the crappie that benefit, but the whole lake in general.
Oh yeah.
And it's just, Man, crappie are
We got to
good.
get the same thing here.
Crappie are good. Crappie are good here too. I mean, Kentucky Lake. I mean, Old Hickory's got 2 pounders. I mean, Old Hickory Lake is full of crappie. I'm not saying that,
Yeah.
but it's full of crappie, and Priest is absolutely loaded. You look at the lakes for the last 10 years, what everybody's catching and bringing out compared, you know,
Oh yeah.
and then go over there tomorrow and you can still catch fish. I mean, it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
So the TWRA in our state has balanced this stuff out pretty good. They're doing a pretty good job.
Oh yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, they are taking all their time they can and everything they can do, their resources, and they're really doing it effectively, you know.
Walleye, sauger. I mean, we're
Got
talking
bad
meat.
teeth that long. I mean,
Yeah.
you don't want to finger them.
Don't want to finger.
You don't want to grab them by the lip.
Don't lip them. Don't lip them.
No,
You come back with a nub.
And you
but-
throw every one of them back because you don't eat them.
You don't eat
They
'em,
taste
right?
horrible.
Oh, it tastes bad.
Yeah, it's bad. But
Now meat fish now, sauger and walleye, you know, and you guys actually brought some.
we brought a sauger. We didn't actually have the walleye. We left it in the cooler. Jim was cleaning it.
What?
Yeah.
Now, wait a
Yeah,
minute,
we
guys.
got- we
Part
got
of the
a
deal
sauger,
was y'all
though.
had to bring it.
Yeah, but
The
we,
walleye.
well, let's see.
All right.
We have pretty good size.
Yeah, can we
Sauger right
can
there.
we show him right there? Bring him towards you just a little bit.
Come right in front of you, Jeff.
Yeah,
you
there
are.
you go, right there, Jeff. Hold him right there. Hold him right there.
And there's no
That's
paper
awesome.
towels.
And now that's a sauger.
That's a
Now, how
sauger.
do you tell the difference?
Eyes, color, tail,
Tail on the bottom right in here.
Yeah,
Real
walleye.
white.
Yeah.
yeah.
Walleye's the same way. Walleye has the white belly and an indefinite white tip, but he's green.
Right. He's
Yeah.
green all up in here.
This
Yeah.
here,
Real green.
mostly when you pull them out of the water, they look just like a rattlesnake.
Yeah, they're brownish.
I mean, they look just like a rattlesnake. They got 9 different colors, and they're hard. They're not like any other fish you'll catch. You just can't reach and really grab him by the side of the head because he's got fins on the side right there, sharp as razors.
Oh yeah.
And
They cut you.
I mean, he's not like your normal fish, but
Now
definitely
that's a good
good eat.
size. That's a healthy average.
that's a 17-inch sauger, 18-inch.
18-inch sauger. Just great. I mean, the waters are full of those.
Absolutely. Right
Oh,
here where
yeah.
we're at, right here in the river under these bridge pillars, all the way down these eddies, is the whole river system's full of them, the Cumberland River. Below Normandy Dam, Pickwick,
Everywhere.
everywhere. It's just a matter of going and catching them. People are like, man, there's no sauger and walleye, there's nothing left. Yes, there is.
Cheatham. I know several guys that go to Cheatham
And
below
they're-
the dam.
But it's all a timing thing. You just can't go down there and fish for an hour and say, oh man, they're not here. It's just like Jeff told you a while ago about crappie. You're going to get there and catch some at certain times and they quit. It ain't no different. They feed the
Same
same way.
What do y'all feel is the best time? Because, you know, we hear fishermen come on the show and they tell us, you know, you got to have current, you got to have this, you got to have that. What's the best timing? I mean, for our viewers out there, how can we let them know when's the best time to schedule something like this
Well,
to go fishing?
as far as catching sauger,
Sauger and walleye.
well, anytime after the 1st of November, you're
yeah.
pretty much, you've already got, you know, your fall rains
yeah.
and the lakes come up. You got to move a lot of water. It ain't necessarily got to be cold water, just long as it ain't crystal clear and they got one generator just flowing real easy.
Okay.
We'd rather have 3 inches of rain and get the water just real dirty and muddy and then, you know, let it get picked up so it washes them fish out of them generators and the gates down there.
Okay.
If they're just running 1 or 2 generators, just one, all them big sauger and stuff are laying on the other side of the river because the current can't move them around. But that's why it's so important to be in a boat on below your dams. I mean, you got to break them eddies because them fish will be right in between generator 1 and 2, 200 yards down because they're just sitting there. But if he goes left 10 feet or right 10 feet, he's in current.
Right.
And that's why you got to find the spots on the walls. Just
And plus, when you get that rain, you know, you are generating a lot.
Yeah.
And, you know, we all know that a lot of sauger and walleye in the summertime, you know, they've did research on it. They travel all the way to the dam,
Oh yeah.
you know, all the way to Old Hickory Dam.
Oh yeah.
So, you know, when that weather starts cooling and they're ready to lay eggs, they're moving back to the dam.
Okay.
You know, and as they move back, the water's starting to move, you know, a lot because it's been a lot of rain.
and that's the same
It
as
pulls them up
rockfish.
in there.
You know, everything's going.
Everything's
We
good.
caught largemouth, we catch
We did.
smallmouth, we catch trout, you catch
Crappie.
everything, crappie, and below all the dams. It don't matter. And plus, everybody thinks, man, you got to have a boat. No, you don't. Just find a creek that hits the Cumberland River. Right there at Rivergate in Madison. You go off Neely's Bend, not Neely's Bend, but the other road, and he goes by Cody's second drainage ditch and asks people, say, hey, can I stand here and fish? Like, sure.
Yeah.
I mean, you know where I'm talking about, and you see it from the road. It's just a one big eddy right there on the side of the road.
There's going to be a lot of current
And you
there.
catch a limit of sauger in an hour and a half. All you got to do is take a boat and find them places.
That's right.
Old
That's
Rome.
right.
I mean, it's just ridiculous.
Okay, so for our viewers, should they be looking for at least 2 generators going, or 3, or
As long as there's current.
As long as there's current, wherever
As long as
there's current. Even you know, like Dayton was saying on these creek arms, you know, like at Old Rome Pike up at Rome.
Okay.
Any places. I mean, they don't have to be generating there. They could be generating at Center Hill. You know, they could be generating, you know, at Del Hollow. Either one. Wherever there's current, and there's eddies.
that's what you're looking for?
That's what you're looking for.
Now, guys, I know I got to give a big shout out to Poppy Blair,
Oh yeah.
because he taught a lot of us
A lot of
things.
things.
That's
Oh,
right.
yeah, he did.
But now the one thing that he kind of taught us, or especially me, was how to read the water. Knowing where the eddies are, and like you said,
Big
now he
plus.
taught me this a long time ago, was when the water is pushing down and when it's pushing up.
That's right. It'll bowl up.
And knowing where
it'll
to
bowl
go.
up,
That's
and then
right.
it'll suck back down. It'll boil
And
down.
people, I think, don't realize how important that is, because on a boil up, if you throw your bait in the middle of it, all it does is it sits there on
push it
top.
out.
Well,
Pushes
the
that out
fish
on
are
top.
down here,
Exactly.
so you got to wait till where that boil turns, and when it turns back,
That's when you flip in there and it
that's
sucks
when
it
you
right
flip
down.
and
Sucks
it
it down.
goes down and it carries that bait down to the fish.
You might cast 12 times in a minute, or you might cast 20.
That's right.
Depends on how you look at the water. You know what I mean? If it's sitting there blowing up, you know you can't throw. You might have to wait 45 seconds for that little area to clear out or whatever, and throw back in there.
Most definitely.
But it's all in timing and how to read that water.
It is.
When you're fishing in below dams.
Right. No,
Exactly.
whether you go,
I firmly
Exactly.
believe that.
Yeah,
whether you
it
go to
is.
Old Hickory, Center Hill, anywhere, right now you can take a split shot, a half-ounce bite on sinker, and a bunch of toughy minnows and go catch all the sauger you want to catch. Now you're going to catch a bunch of little ones, but you're going to catch some keepers.
Oh yeah.
Now if you want to use shiners, you're going to catch some better ones, but then you're going to catch big catfish, and then, you know, it's a little bit harder. That's why you got to use a jig. And we used to make our own sauger jigs, make them half-ounce, a little bit smaller. You can use them on 10 instead of using 20-pound on a big 1-ounce sinker.
Okay.
On the big 1-ounce sauger jig. So we went to 10-pound test line and half-ounce, so you can just bounce it.
Okay. Well, now we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to go ahead and accept some of your phone calls and try to answer some questions. But we're also going to talk about what we need to do to go walleye fishing, and what baits do we need to carry. Hurry back to more Southern Woods Waters.